go. And when I'm ready, go. I sing la la la, shake it, wake it, make it. Even when I speak, blessed are the meek. Now I turn the cheek. Doesn't make me weaker. Don't need to make a show. Not when you know, you know. Let's go la la la, shake it, wake it, make it.
All let the righteous bend the knee. To love is the language of belief. And all of the people in the world receive. All they need to live in love. Live in love. All let the righteous bend the knee. To peace is the language of belief. And all of the people in the world receive. All they need to live in love. Live in love.
Doesn't make me weaker. Don't need to make a show. Not when you know, you know. Let's go la la la, shake it, wake it, make it.
Hello everyone, how's everyone doing today? It is Thursday, March 15th. So, a lot of you guys have been asking me what in the world is going on. I got some answers for you. Hopefully you guys are ready for them. And there's a lot of different things that are affecting the market right now. So I'm going to jump right into what is actually going on. All right, Divvy, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? I'm just going to wait for a few more people to jump in before I get into more of the news. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm definitely going to tell you about today. I'm going to give you some of my prognosis, my fundamental analysis about what actually is happening in the market. Now, if you've been watching and you're a member of Crypto Warriors, I called this dip last night, actually like almost 48 hours ago. I said there's a head and shoulders pattern on the 1 day and the 3 day chart. I think we're going to have a huge dip. Not huge like 60%, but I knew we were going to have a dip. And I was right? So here's the thing. I was told about a week and a half ago by someone that we're probably going to go back down to 7K, and I was like, I don't really think so. But once I started seeing the market and the TA, it really made me feel like, okay, this is probably something legit. So yeah, keep that in your mind. Now, how is everyone doing today? Don't see that many people yet, but that's okay. We can jump right into it and get started. I have a question for some of my users here today. Have any of you guys noticed that Facebook might be trying to suppress some stuff that is crypto related? I just noticed that actually most recently that it seems like a lot of crypto stuff I normally would see is not there anymore. So it seems like they're changing up their algorithm, and I'll be talking about that as well today. And so without further ado, let's jump into the news. So starting off, you can see that, can you see what that is? That is actually a part of EMC2 or Einsteinium. Okay, this is a social payment mobile app that will be started basically tomorrow, March 16th, and it's called WeCash, W-E-E-E-E Cash. WeCash is basically going to be released, and people will be able to use it to basically buy and sell things. So it's going to be released in a day for me, maybe 2 days for you guys if you're in the States. How's it going, family? How's everyone doing today? I'm just really excited to see everyone, and please do share the video if you have a chance. Okay, so moving on to the news. I'm not going to take too much time today with some things because I would like to make sure. Sorry, just got to check out. All right, another airdrop. So EPRX is going to be having an airdrop on St. Patrick's Day. Awesome. So basically a St. Patrick's Day thank you. At 9 p.m. GCT time, you will be getting an airdrop if you currently are holding eBitcoin, which is a fork of Bitcoin. Free EPRX token to all Bitcoin holders, 1 for 1. So it's a 1-to-1 airdrop. So if you like free coins and you got some eBitcoin, yay, awesome. You get some free Bitcoins, some free eBitcoins, not real Bitcoins, because e-Bitcoins are not worth the same amount. So we know that. And continuing on, after another one, last airdrop announcement, we have one of our favorites lately, ONT, Ontology, is going to be having their Binance competition be ending on St. Patrick's Day as well. So it seems like a lot of people have been very happy about St. Patrick's Day. You know, it's a day where everyone loves to be Irish and everyone likes to get a kiss on the cheek and some green beer. So instead of it being green, we're going to have amazing ONT Ontology, and Binance, with that cool competition, is giving away 6.25 million ONT. So really cool, but if you are not a whale, unfortunately, it'll probably be really hard for you to win that competition. But they did give 1,000 for an article, and they did give 0.2 for every Neo you had. So very, very generous in my opinion. I like that idea. So go Ontology, wicked. Now into real mainstream news, we're going to start talking about some stuff that is actually going on around the world. So Anheuser-Busch, it's a German company, obviously, owner pilots blockchain for shipping. So basically, they're starting to do shipping with the blockchain, and what they're going to do is basically know where something started, where it has, what truck it's transported on, who has handled it, which warehouse it stayed in, how it got to the store. All of that is going to be on the blockchain. So basically, theft, it's like impossible to do. It would be so obvious to know. And this is the kind of thing about blockchain. It holds everyone accountable. We're all accountable together. So no matter what we do with a blockchain, whether it's trying not to using blockchain to make sure that people don't go from medical clinic to medical clinic to medical clinic and get prescription to prescription, blockchain can stop that too, because everything is connected on a blockchain. Think of it like an ecosystem. Okay, so when we have an ecosystem, it's very obvious that everything has to kind of work together to make everything happen. So that is how blockchain works. Blockchain is the ecosystem for how we do everything. So it's really cool how blockchain will do this. And basically, they're going to take real world shipments and actually through the whole entire process from the place that they send it out to all the way over to the place that they move it to. We're going to see a lot of that. And I think that's really cool, and it's something that is very beneficial for the whole entire world, because once we get on systems like this for everything, imagine what's going to happen. So for example, we use credit cards, right? And you know, some people have bad credit. Well, if you have bad credit in one country and you go to another, a lot of the time they don't know that you have bad credit in the other country. So imagine a blockchain where no fraud, like you can't do fraud and you can't put yourself in a horrible debt, because they'll say, sorry, you already have a credit card, and that's it. That's sorry, too bad. So this is the kind of stuff blockchain, even without coins, is an amazing technology that will help make the world a more even and fair playing ground for everyone, which I really like. No one can take advantage of you. All right, what's up, Tim? How you doing, brother? Great seeing you on the show again. I love seeing everyone come and check it out every day. So yeah, basically they're going to create a blockchain for shipping, and we've also seen this as well with another ICO that I've looked into called ShipChain. My tech guy who does our backgrounds and all this great stuff that we have here, Cody, he's amazing. He actually met the CEO, John, and he was really bullish on it. And my ICO pool actually worked with that, with ShipChain. And so yeah, we'll let you know how it goes. It seems like a really cool project, and this one also seems very cool. And they're going to be using the IBM proof of concept to do it, and using global satellites and streams and stuff. Really, really cool stuff. IBM is really, really involved in a lot of projects. Like, if you really think about all the projects they're in with the FairX, with Walmart, with Microsoft, they're just stepping it up, man. Like, IBM's got it going on. They also have an almost fully functional quantum computer, and once those things are there, you've probably seen the article about quantum computing and how it will basically kill Bitcoin. When we get there, we'll get there, but as we know, we have one revolution after another revolution after another. So about, what was it, how many years ago did credit cards come out? Like 20 or 30? So things will move faster when we have blockchain and we have more technology. It shouldn't take as long to implement. So yeah, it took a long time for us to implement digital cash because we had, never used cards and credit cards and all that stuff. And then we did that. And now we have phone apps that do that. And then we're going to have blockchain that does that. And then on top of that, over the top of that one, we're going to have, quantum computing eventually. Now, remember, there's not even a quantum computer that works yet, so don't stress out about anything, but it's going to be the next level of what we're going to. If you think about the future, you have to think like 10, 20 years and where we're going. Alan has a really good question. He says, any thought on theta? Well, if you've been watching me, I'm actually pretty bullish on theta, and I'll give you reasons why, very clear reasons why. Number one, Steve Chen. Now, if you don't know who Steve Chen is, he's the co-creator of YouTube. Now, what is Theta trying to do? Theta is trying to tokenize Netflix and YouTube. So not only will the people who make videos and stuff for Netflix will get paid with Theta, but if you watch them, you'll get paid with Theta. So it's basically a way that you can pay to watch things. And also, if you create content, then you actually will get paid if people watch you. So it's really a cool concept and a really cool project. It's one that I've done a lot of research into. But remember, you have the guy who is trying to create the blockchain. Theta is the idea of the blockchain version of Netflix and YouTube. So it's taking both of them and putting them together and tokenizing them, which is awesome. Like, imagine getting paid to watch people that you love or watch shows you enjoy, right? So yeah. Okay, so Theta token, great. Do more research yourself, guys, because I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you from my research, I'm very bullish on Theta token, and I have told that to friends, and my friends have bought it, and I haven't bought it yet, but I will. I'm just waiting for this dip to kind of get to the bottom, and then we'll see. But that's just my own thing. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an educator, so just keeping that straight. And you can see that right here because I'm wearing my shirt from school. British Columbia International School of Makeup. There you go. All right, so do I think that security can keep up with quantum computing? That's a really good question, Tim. I don't know because we don't have a quantum computer working yet. IBM has a partially working quantum computer, and I'm sure with the help of Watson, we'll get there. You know what's really interesting, though, about Watson? And Elon Musk came out with something this week, and it was really interesting. He said he's actually scared of AIs. Because I think that he believes that AIs will probably take over the world because they're smarter than us and they'll advance faster than us. And if robots do everything, so that's kind of what he was saying. I think it's a little conspiracy theory, outlandish stuff, but coming from Elon Musk, it has a lot of merit because it's Elon Musk, right? So, hey guys, don't forget when you're watching the video, please do click the like and love and smiley face buttons. It's awesome if you can do it. If you enjoy the show, please give me a little likey. Facebook likes me more if we do that, so just give me a little something back. So yeah, Alan, I hope that actually helps you out and gives you some more straightforward answers about Theta token. So let's move on. So the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank they're going to pilot this thing called Bit Blockchain. Now, what is Bit Blockchain? Well, basically, they've already started an MOU, same as like OMG has done with Thailand and many of their other companies, which is a memorandum of understanding. So basically, when they start working, they're going to work together. The whole idea is that they're going to have AML, anti-money laundering, and they're going to basically try to fight back terrorism, and use central banks to be the member nations. So basically, if all these nations connect to this blockchain, right, and we know who's doing what do you think is going to happen? Well, it's really simple. What's going to happen here is that all the banks in the world will somehow link up. How can you money launder when every person's information in the bank is straightforward? Now, obviously, you're going to say, but the blockchain, you could totally get away with it on the blockchain. Sure, you could. But if you get caught, what's going to happen to you? So always remember, it seems like a great idea that we can hide behind the decentralized glass, and we can, but it's also good to remember as well that we have to be honest, and governments have to make something. It's just a lot of them are unfairly taxing right now, like 40% and stuff. That's too much, and people are going to try to evade that. But if they make it like a 15 or 10% thing, I think a lot of people will be okay to pay tax, because when the market goes bullish, you guys have seen what happens. You can make like 4,000% in a week on some coins. You just have to be lucky sometimes, or you just have to do, you have to just understand what's going on in the market and do TA and do FA and do CA. So just to remind you what those things are if you don't know, because this is a show for beginners. TA is technical analysis, so looking at patterns in the charts. FA is fundamental analysis, so looking at all the stuff around it like this, and seeing how that might impact that token or that coin. And then there's CA, which is chronological analysis, so we're looking back, the last 5-6 years of what Bitcoin generally has done and see the patterns that keep repeating and thinking, okay, this is what's going to come up. Now, there is a lot of FUD right now, government regulations scaring people, Google and Facebook ad bans scaring people. Those are all things that are going to, hinder people from getting involved in blockchain, but it's just FUD, right? All Google and Facebook want to do is just stop bad ICOs and stop bad tokens and coins that scam people from scamming them out of their money. So there's nothing wrong with that. I find it's actually good, but it does suck that they're not even going to let exchanges say like, hey, we have this great project that's out, and even if it's a good project, they won't be able to do anything about it. So that's kind of not so good, but at the same time, it's pretty cool. So I want to read a little quote from Timothy Antoine from the ECCB. He said that as the ECCB promotes the safety and soundness of the financial system in the ECCU, so we're talking about the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, in Eastern Caribbean Central United Nations, or nations, it also has a responsibility to encourage and support innovation consistent with the bank's mandate to facilitate balanced growth and development of member countries. So basically, it's a bunch of countries trying to work together to fight terrorism. What a great thing that is. So that is a little bit about what's going on in the Eastern Caribbean. Now let's jump over to South Korea. So what does this remind you of, guys? Anyone read that title and tell me, what does this remind you of? Please just give me a guess. There's one token I'm thinking of very specifically that should also make you guys go, yeah, that is really weird, isn't it? What is it? It starts with an R and ends with an E. What token is the one that I'm trying to get you guys to talk about? There must be one that's in your head and you go, thank you, Tim. Ripple. Now, why is this one similar to Ripple? I'll tell you. We have a central bank. We have a ledger-free central bank. What do you think this is? So using ledger-free blockchain built specifically for central banks, who is benefiting from that? Not us. That's not good for us. That's not good for South Koreans. Why? Because if it's ledger-free, you can literally do absolutely anything you can think of and want to do. Actually. So what it means is they can print more crypto of that crypto if they use it. They might be using ledger blockchain, but it's called pure chain, and it's basically going to help move digital assets. So it's basically like Ripple, but yeah, built for banks. Like Tim just said, it's like a scam, and that's what I believe it to be, because basically it's just taking everything that's awesome about cryptocurrency and stripping it down to the bare nothing. Because if you have a ledger-free blockchain, it means that there is no proof of work, there is no proof of stake, there is no proof of work plus proof of stake, there's nothing. There is no ledger. So it doesn't seem like a very great system for anyone but a bank. Just putting it out there. Now you know. Here's a great news though. So everyone's been like, oh my God. I probably had so many people go like, holy crap, this is so bad now. Everything's horrible. The market, crypto warriors, if we look in that group, holy moly. There have been so many negative posts from those people in that group. I almost get upset. Like, they're so new. And this is what I want you to understand. If you're new to crypto, you have to be a little bit like, if you find this funny, please do hit that funny laughing button. But crypto's kind of like your girlfriend, right? And I'll tell you how it's like your girlfriend. For example, when your girlfriend's awesome and happy and being really nice to you and everything's great, you're like, yes. So you deserve her when she's great. But when she's really pissed off at you because you did something wrong, or she's having a really bad day and not being very nice to you, you have to deal with that too. And crypto is exactly the same. And now we can replace girlfriend for boyfriend. It doesn't matter. If your boyfriend's the same way, same thing if for the ladies that are watching. So what I'm trying to get at is, if you can ride the highs, you gotta be able to ride the lows. And when things go bad, you just chill. I literally haven't looked at my Delta app for like 4 days. People are telling me, oh my God, it's going down. I'm like, so what? Did you invest money you need? Don't invest money you need. Invest money you don't need. So if you lose a little bit of it or you lose a lot of it, it doesn't matter. Because when I got into Bitcoin, the people that I talked to said, Joel, invest stuff that you could lose, pretend it's like the casino a little bit, because you could lose everything in crypto. And I was like, all right, cool. And I put in what I was okay losing. So that's what you guys should do too. You should put in only what you're okay to lose and not worry about the money. Just leave it, okay? If you're down, so am I. So are a lot of people. I'm not down like overall, but I'm down on some coins a lot from trades that I made just before the dip. Is it a problem? No, it's not. Am I the type of person to hold all the time? No, I'll cut losses sometimes. But if something goes down a lot and I believe in a project, I will not sell it. I won't. I don't think any of you guys should ever, and this is not financial advice, but this is my personal opinion. I don't think I would ever sell something at loss that I believed in. So for example, let's say OMG went to $5. Now obviously I didn't buy it for $5. I wish I bought it for $5. But the point is, let's say OMG went to $5. And then you'd be sitting there going like, oh my God, right? Oh no. But then you'd also look and go, they have MOUs with 500 Fortune, like 300 Fortune 500 companies to work with them. They have a deal with the Thai government. I wouldn't be stressed out about OMG. I'd just be like, you know what? Fundamentally, they're a freaking sound company. They got great stuff set up. They're gonna do really well. I believe that. So that's what I believe in, and I think it's very true. So give me a like if you believe it too. Do you believe it as well? If you don't, that's okay. Give me an angry face. Or if you do like the idea of what I'm trying to say, give me a thumbs up. All right, so next thing up here, we have this hedge fund, right? A hedge fund billionaire, Alan Howard. If you don't know who he is, do look him up. He's very famous, very known around the industries. He makes a sizable bet on cryptocurrency. What the heck does that mean? Well, let me tell you what it means, okay? Because I'll explain exactly what it is. So he has put in a total of around, his hedge fund has about $10 to $40 billion after peaking, okay? So they are not small money. They are big money, okay? Here's the thing, I'll just read about it. So billionaires warm to cryptocurrency investments. Now, remember I was telling you guys that I'm working on billion-dollar deals for Bitcoin? Read this article if you haven't read it. It's on CCN.com, okay? Give it a good read through. It's a really good one. And basically, Tim Draper is one of them. He's got $1 billion of crypto. We know that there are others. There's other banks and big entities that are looking to buy crypto. We also have the Crypto Asset Merchant Bank, which is now known as the Goldman Sachs of crypto. We have Goldman Sachs who bought Circle, and Circle's in 46 states already, and that's cryptocurrency as well. So it's becoming easier and easier and easier to buy. What do you think that means for crypto? Well, if things are easier to buy, and if it's easier to get your hands on, and if it's easier for countries to use, and there's countries adopting the whole entire crypto as their own crypto, like Petro and Turkey. I don't remember what Turkey's calling theirs, or if they even came out with it, but countries are actually adopting whole cryptocurrencies. Now, I'm going to talk about something after this, and you guys are going to love this idea. You're going to love it. I'm sure of that 100%. So I honestly believe blockchain is going to be super forefront of the rest of this year. Many people are not noticing how much it's going to impact our lives. Blockchain is going to be the internet of our lives. When I grew up as a kid, it was internet. It was slow, and it was ineffective, and it was scammy, and it was buggy, and it didn't really work well, and it got better and better and better. Now guess what? Internet's kind of maxed out its capacity of what it can do. I mean, it could do more stuff, but pretty much. When we add blockchain, though, it makes everything just work so much better. It's just so awesome. It's like Internet 2.0. So is it going to take us a little bit of time to adopt and put it in every industry? For sure. It's not going to be that's why I tell people it's not a get rich quick scheme, because this is going to take a couple years. So if you're holding till 2020, whatever you have now will be worth a lot more. I'm sure of that. If you have good projects and you're not holding on crappy coins that are like really just not good projects, you're going to be really, really well like set for for life. Like we're at $344 billion right now. Okay. That's nothing. We were at 850 billion before we started dropping. So the point is this: we're still in accumulation phase right now. Accumulation phase means get as many coins and tokens of the stuff you like as possible. EOS is like $5. OMG is like 10 again. These are the coins that you should be looking at heavily. ADA is under 20 cents. I'm about to buy some right after this. Right after, before I go to bed, I'm buying 1,088. I'm telling you guys right now, I love that coin. I love that project. I don't care if it's gone down 90% since the dip. It doesn't matter. It just means that if I buy it now, it'll go back up 90 and I'll hit the all-time high again and I'll be rich. Not rich, but doing okay. That's what you guys should be doing, okay? That's how you do well in this game. So we have billionaire hedge funds coming into crypto. We have Mike Norvitz. He's also coming into crypto. His fund's going to start this year at some point. He just delayed it because of the dip, which is smart. And you're going to do well. I've had a few people ask me this week, and I want to talk about this because it keeps coming up when people are messaging me privately. So I'll tell you guys some of my favorite projects and one curveball that I think could have a huge year or just die. Just telling you straight like that. So my favorite projects that I currently hold are Litecoin. I think Litecoin has a really good use case, and it's very adopted already by a lot of countries. 70 at the end of this year will have LitePay. And they'll fix the issue with the cards and all that stuff. But remember, LitePay is going to pay vendors to use LitePay, and it's going to give us discounts for us to use Litecoin instead of paying in cash. So there's really, really great stuff that will come from that. Now, Litecoin's one of them. Number 2, ADA. Love that project. If you don't like Charles Hoskinson, you're crazy. This guy is intelligent and he doesn't sell out, so he's not going to try and make his coin worth $10 if it's not worth $10. He's going to let it actually happen from the work that they do, and I love and respect that so much. So ADA, XLM, as you know, Microsoft is doing so many things right now. Microsoft is in a ton of different things, and sorry, not at Microsoft, sorry, IBM and XLM have a lot of blockchain contracts, and so I believe that FairX that's coming out at some point this year, probably later in the year, will end up actually being better than Coinbase and better than a lot of the other different platforms out there, and I'll say why. I believe they're going to use XLM, and I think it's just going to be a faster and efficient service because they have the knowledge and the computing power to be able to do it well, and I think that's super important. It's needed, right? So that's another one. Another one I like that I don't talk about enough is Quantum. Okay, QTUM, Quantum. Quantum is an amazing project, and it is so undervalued. It's 400% less right now, or maybe less than that, than it was when it was at its top at like $75, $80. So that's a great one to look at right now. Another one I really like, obviously Neo. Neo's a great project. Don't skip out on that one. It's really cheap right now. If I only had $1 million, right, I could make more. But that's just how it is. So I got XLM, ADA, Quantum, Litecoin, Neo. What else do I really, really like? Oh, EOS, of course. John Oliver can say whatever he wants. $5 for EOS. You should be picking up some if you can. I am. And remember, I'm not telling you to buy it because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an educator. Just want to be sure of that. I am not Trayvon James from BitConnect. I will make sure that I tell you guys that I'm not telling you to buy anything ever. I'm just saying I think they're great buys. Okay. Now, carrying on. Has any of you guys seen this ring? This is the coolest stuff I've seen out in a while in the crypto space. So this is called, if you go to www.tokenize.com, this is what you'll see. So this, what is this ring? Okay, this ring is a secure element, certified element to keep your credentials stored on it. So it could be like your passports on there, just a ring. Passport on there, money on there, crypto on there, everything on there, right? Has a fingerprint sensor so that it knows you. Has an optical sensor so that it knows it's actually you. So if you take it off, you don't have to worry about losing it because people can't use it. They have to have the fingerprint or the eyeball, and obviously there's only one way to get that. Another thing that's really cool, but it's decentralized. So you don't need an account to use token, and we never send your credentials to our servers. So literally, it's like a ring version of cryptocurrencies and tokenized everything. So remember I talked to you guys about tokenizing the whole entire stock market. So when I talk about that, what I mean is they're going to take all the stocks and they're going to find a way to make them have use, and then you can use them as a token or a coin to buy something or do something on their blockchain or in their company, etc. Right? Now, this is going to enable you to actually use it and not have to bring a wallet or a phone, or maybe a phone, but not have to bring a wallet or anything with you when you go out. You'll be able to lock your phone with your ring. You'll be able to tap your computer. It will unlock your computer. Your phone will be unlocked from tapping with your ring. You'll be able to control your house once you have things all interlaced in there. And the reason that I love it is it's literally called Tokenize, and their video is so cool because the whole idea is that they're going to use it with like MasterCard and Microsoft, and even people that work at Microsoft and MasterCard and Visa have been like, this is really cool. And it's kind of stylish. It's just like a ring on your finger, like you're married, but you probably wear it on your left hand and your right hand if you're married, etc. And it's just like a little stylish ring, but it just makes life easier. Imagine going to you go to pay for your Subway, tap, you're paid, right? Everything is just be tap, pay. Really, really amazing. And you probably can already pre-schedule it to do, you either load up the token on there so that you can use it that way, or I believe that's how it's going to work. Is they're gonna tokenize the token on your ring, and you just transfer crypto to your token ring, and that's pretty much how it's going to work. So it's a really, really cool thing. You'll be able to use it instead of a credit card. You'll be able to use it instead of a key to your house. You'll be able to use it instead of having a password for anything. It'll just be done on your ring. Your car key, you won't need one ever again. You'll just use your ring. Your transit card, you won't need one ever again. Use the ring. An access card to a building, to security, you won't need one. You have the ring. You see where I'm going with that? You see how awesome that is? It's freaking amazing. Okay. Mike says, nothing will ever get me to quit crypto unless you tell me you had a full head of hair before you started. Then I'm quitting. There you go, Mikey. I'll never quit crypto either. I believe in it so deeply. Mike, you have the right mentality for this. You have the best mentality ever for this. This is exactly what you should have, all right? You should have the mentality of, when you're in crypto, that you're never going to quit, that you believe in it, and you know it's a revolution that's coming. And don't be the guy who sold his Amazon stock because he was scared to lose something. That's what actually has happened to people in the past. They had this huge dip in the stock market in 2008, and then people just left all their stuff. They just sold out, and they got screwed. And then there's people that held on to Amazon that didn't even remember they had Amazon, and they found out 10 years later, 8 years later, I believe, that they were multimillionaires, and they had no idea. They totally forgot about it because everything went so crap. They didn't even look at their accounts anymore. They were done with the stock market. So don't be those people. Don't be the guy who bought Bitcoin at 8 cents and sold it at $1. Don't be the guy who bought Bitcoin at 20 cents and sold it at $15. Be the person who hodls a little bit longer for stuff that you actually believe in. And yes, Tim, you got it right exactly. I don't ever want to sell my crypto because I think that if I did, I would regret it. Absolutely. You are going to regret it if you sell your crypto now. You believe that the market's only going to be I don't believe that the market's only going to be 350 billion. I believe that this market will slowly start sucking up the whole entire stock market of the world, all the stock markets. It will slowly suck people into the crypto space, and the market will be tokenized by NASDAQ anyways, because they're a part of the digital currency group, which is owners of Coinbase. Yeah, bet you didn't know that. If you didn't know that, now you know. So, lots of good stuff there, right? We can see where we're going. Now, that's all I have to talk about the news. So I'm going to switch off the news for a second here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you guys one-on-one, because I love that stuff. I miss doing that with you guys. So do leave comments, because I'd love to hear what you guys, how everyone's doing today and everything like that. And if you're curious about the token ring, I forgot to tell you, it's only $249. It's made with sterling silver, and they have a few different colors, and their pre-orders have actually been sold out. So obviously people see what I see here, and I think all of you probably do as well. So I really like this token ring. Take a look at it. It's pretty cool stuff. Now to talk about some fundamental analysis that I've been doing over the last couple of days. So I want to tell you why I think, or what I think is happening in the market, so that you can understand a few different aspects of how this is actually playing out and why it's playing out the way it's playing out. Because I think it's really important for us to look at why is the market doing what it's doing, and what exactly is all that about. Okay. Hey Heidi, how you doing? It's okay if you're late, guys. If you're ever late and you want to watch and you miss something and you're worried about it, just when the live feed ends, within like 5-10 minutes, it just goes to regular video. You just click rewind it and then watch to the point where you started. No big deal at all. Do give a like, do give a heart if you love this guy. I love all you guys, so I'll give you guys a heart if I'm allowed to. I'm gonna try and do that right now. Boom, I tried to give you some hearts. Love you guys, little laugh. I didn't even know I could do that. That's pretty cool. Anyways, so here's something that's interesting. So I was looking it up the other day, and search engines were not showing Bitcoin. They also weren't showing something else. They didn't show Bitcoin bubble. No one's actually looking to see if Bitcoin's a bubble. I guess people think it bursted, but no, it didn't burst. You guys are tripping if you think it burst. If it burst, it'd be zero already. So here's what I'm going to tell you. This bubble that we see is not a bubble. And if it was a bubble, it wouldn't have stopped going up. We'd still be going up, and we'd all still be going, oh my God, look at Bitcoin. Oh my God, look at Bitcoin. Wow, wow, wow. We'd all be excited, right? We wouldn't be like, oh my God, when is it going to work? Oh, I want it to work again. No, it just stays down. It goes up and tricks us and goes back down again. I think a lot of us feel like that right now. Even myself, some days I'm like, oh, when is it just going to go, right? But I know it's going to go, because we have billionaires looking at the market and trying to suppress prices, very likely, to push them back up. Okay? That's what's going to happen. And here's my big thought about what's going on with Bitcoin. So we have Mt. Gox, right? And here's something that's really weird about Mt. Gox. And I think that this is something that is why I believe it's ramping up. Here's why I believe it's ramping up. Number one, Mt. Gox sold off about 36,000 Bitcoin and 36,000 Bitcoin Cash. And every time they did it, the market took a huge dip. And rightfully so. That's a lot of money. $405 million in total. So what does that actually mean? Well, here's what it means. The fact that they sold off all that Bitcoin in a regular exchange, not OTC market, over the counter, that was crazy. That's not normal. And it was actually ill-advised by Coinbase and by Kraken. They all said they'll buy it off of them, but they still sold it on the exchange for whatever reason. What I truly believe is someone paid them to sell it on the exchange so that they could suppress the price of Bitcoin so rich people could buy it for cheap. Sound like some classic manipulation to you guys? Now here's another reason why it's also crazy. I can't remember the name, Bit something. One of the ones in China, in Japan is the one that they used him. So Mt. Gox, here's another crazy thing. The person who sold all that Bitcoin didn't even offer people Bitcoin. What I mean by that, they didn't offer them the Bitcoin that they lost back. They're just turning into Japanese yen. They're going to pay people out what they lost. That's not good for people, because here's the thing. They're holding $405 million US, worth of coin that people, if they gave back the Bitcoin money to, most of them are going to go in the market and buy. I would assume like out of 405 million, about 350 million will go back into the market. The people that lost their stuff are going to put it back in. A lot of them, I would agree. I would have to say that. So what we're going to wait for is for them to give those people money. And when they do, you think $405 million isn't that much compared to the market cap, but you put in $405 million into our market right now, it'll actually value Bitcoin up by like $7,000 actually. Okay, so if you think like 8,000 is bad, it could be 15,000 if they put that money back in the market. It could be even higher than 15,000. So that's the stuff that I'm talking about. But yes, Heidi is actually 100% correct. Big money is suppressing the price. That's why they're shorting it and all that stuff. They're suppressing the price as much as they possibly can until they're ready to make a big deal. And what do you think I'm working on right now? Deals for billions of dollars of Bitcoin. So if you put the two and two together, because not everyone knows that I'm doing deals for billions of dollars of Bitcoin, but I am. I'm not actually doing them myself, but I'm involved in them, and I hear what the numbers are, and they're insane. There's like 500,000 Bitcoin deals going on right now that I'm chatting people about. There are deals for 200,000 Bitcoin, many of them, not just one. That's what I'm trying to explain. Is that's why I know Bitcoin's coming back, because people are ready to buy it in bulk. And they're going to infuse the market with all that. So what are we going to see? We're going to see it come right back and come back stronger than it was before. It's just going to take a little bit of time and creep its way back. And that's what's up. Holy crap, my homie from Toronto, Canada, Matthew Prezioso. What the hell is going on? It's literally my best friend is on here. I've never seen him be on here. How's it going, Matty? That's really cool. Give me some likes and loves, Matt. You're my homie. Love you, bro. All right, so now, so we have the Mt. Gox issue. The Mt. Gox issue is two-faceted because they've sold a lot. And the people ask me, can they keep selling it? And the actual answer is yes. Yes, they still could. Even though there's a hearing on September 19th of this year, which means they shouldn't be selling anymore. And honestly, they don't have to, because they have enough money to pay everybody back all their money that they lost. The problem is all that money that was lost, a lot of that Bitcoin was lost and they don't know where it is. There's still 166,000 Bitcoin, which means there's still 166 Bitcoin Cash, 1,000 of each of them. And we just really hope that's going on. Oh, sorry, Glenn. Oh, my bad, brother. But Maddie is literally my friend from like years and years and years, man. But you're still my homie and I still love you, Glenn. So don't be upset. All right. So keeping on with that, what I want to end off with is this. Mt. Gox has done two things to suppress the market. Number one, they've sold way more Bitcoin than they should have ever sold on the actual exchanges. And number two, they have actually not paid people back the money that they would. I would say about 80% of people that lost their money in Mt. Gox will want to buy Bitcoin again, or buy Litecoin or other coins. They're going to go and buy it. So if we get that money back in the market, we're going to see a sharp incline, because as I was explaining yesterday, the actual money that people paid for all the coins in the market right now, if it's 350 million, a billion, I say, it probably is only $50 billion that people actually paid for all those coins worth 350 billion, because we value it based off of a valuation, right? So supply and demand. So the point is this. If we infuse the market with that much money, what will happen is it's just going to go right back up. It's going to go right back to where it was before, and everything is going to be kick butt, okay? So that's what I want to tell you, and I want you to feel okay that, yes, the market's down right now, but it's coming back. You just need to use one thing in anything when you trade Forex, you trade crypto, you trade stocks. The one most important thing in life is patience. The patient people prevail. The people that put money that they don't need to use today or tomorrow or next week into the market prevail. So this is why we always tell you, only put in the market what you can afford to lose, that wouldn't affect your life, that your kids can eat, you can go and drive your car to work, you don't need to use the TTC because you basically sold your car for Bitcoin. Don't do anything like that. Use stuff that you can afford to lose, then you won't have as much emotion when you're doing stuff with your coin. And that way you can make good investments and not get scared when they go down. So that's my advice to all you guys, and I think that it's a very sound advice, and it would help you long term to be successful. Okay, so don't worry about it. Now the last thing I'm going to talk about is Google. Google did this week. Google said we're not doing any more ICO platform or coin ads as of June 2018. Why are they waiting till June? Why don't they just do it next week? Facebook did the same thing. Now, here's what I truly believe. I truly believe that things are in motion for all of these huge companies to tokenize themselves. So you're going to see companies like Google, companies like Facebook, like Twitter, like Instagram, like Apple, like Microsoft, like IBM, and they're going to tokenize their whole entire companies. They don't need stocks anymore because tokens are better than stocks because you can use them for something. Stock is just I own a part of the company. Token is better. Token is I own a part of the company, but I also can use it to do something. That's pretty sweet. I would rather have something that's useful than something that just sits in as a number on an exchange. So that's pretty sweet. And here's what you have to realize is them banning ads is not always a bad thing because they're trying to save you and I bad investments. Okay, so as much as it could stress you out, you should not stress out about it at all. Everything's going to be fine. I can promise that. I really truly believe that if you guys are listening to me right now and I take your face and I grabbed you and said, hey, listen to me. What I want to tell you is this. The market's going to come back. The market's going to be fine. You're not going to lose all your money unless you sell. Do listen to me right now because I'm giving you the best advice of your life. Because if you go and sell in the next 3 months, you're going to hate yourself because the market's going to come back. And when it comes back, you're going to hate yourself because you could have been rich and you could have made a lot of money and had a wealthier lifestyle, but you didn't. So what I'm telling you right now, looking right eyes in your eyes, is this. Don't do anything stupid. Just wait and be patient, okay? Don't get scared. Be strong. Have strong hands and you'll be fine. I promise that. I'm so sure of that. I'm telling you this for a reason because I know a lot of you guys need someone to tell you this right now. I know a lot of you have some minus money and it's stressing you out. But don't let it affect you because that's emotion. And emotion always screws us in this market. I've lost $3,000 in a day because of emotion. I've also made $6,000 in a day because I wasn't using emotion. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is this. We are okay. We're going to be fine. I really care about all you. I want all you to be successful and I don't want you to feel like you're going to be screwed over or you're not going to make it. We're all going to make it. So have faith. Have patience. I love all you guys. We're going to be fine. And I'm telling you, you're going to thank me in 3 to 6 months from now when you couldn't sell your stuff. And you know what? I'm still going to be here because no matter if the market goes up and it's awesome and mooning and Lamboing, whatever you want to call it, or it goes down, I'm still going to be here for you guys to teach you, to give you the news, to help you when you have questions. And that is why I'm here for you guys. So you all have an awesome night tonight. Go enjoy yourself. If the market's down, don't look at the freaking market. Do something with your family. Have fun. Go out with your kids. Go play some games. Go play soccer with your kid in the yard. Go throw the ball around. When the market gets hot, you're not going to have time. So do it now. Okay? Do it now. Enjoy your life. Life is still good. If you didn't invest what you didn't need, you're okay. So I love you guys, and I want you to do that. Please follow this advice because I want you to be successful. And I'm not telling you this. I don't get any gain for telling you this. I just get my heart to feel good when you tell me, thank you. Someone said to me just before the live feed, thank you. And I said, for what? And he said, you called it. You called the head and shoulders pattern. You knew that the Bitcoin was going to dip. I said, yeah, I knew it was going to dip. I saw head and shoulders on the 1 and 3 day chart. There's no way it wasn't going to dip. So that's the kind of stuff I'm doing for you guys. So a lot of people said you're wrong to me last night, but they found out actually I wasn't wrong. And this is what TA can do for you. And this is why we have Okrant Inc. sponsoring us, because they're going to teach you and me, TA. Ryan's awesome. He'll teach you how to actually make your own calls. That's much better than relying on anyone else. I can promise you that. So have an awesome night. Go enjoy yourselves. I'll see you all very soon again. Tomorrow, exact same time. Saturday, I'm taking the day off. So you won't see me Saturday morning because I noticed that a lot of you guys don't have time, and that's normal. But I'll be back on Sunday because I found that a lot of you guys did have time on Sunday mornings. So that's going to be my schedule, Monday to Friday, or Sunday to Friday, no Saturday.
Okay? That'll be my wife's night. So, all you guys have a great night. It's Mr. Joel, the cryptocurrency educator, taking off for the night. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, I love you. I care about you. And don't be weak. Be strong. See you guys tomorrow night.
And that's a wrap.